What's happening, guys? What's up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm a little bit late on this one, but Jiri Prochazka is out for up to a year with like this horrific shoulder injury. Apparently, they asked Glover Teixeira to fight for the interim title against Magomed Ankalaev, and Glover couldn't get ready on time. So now they're proceeding with Jan Blachowicz versus Magomed Ankalaev. And I guess Glover feels a little bit shafted because he's not even guaranteed the shot after that, which is kind of crazy to me. But all right, let's get into it. So first of all, Jiri being out, that sucks. That sucks. I don't know the details of his shoulder injury. Dana said that the doctors, they'd never seen such a terrible shoulder injury, the UFC doctors. So, it's bad. It's probably torn ligaments, multiple torn ligaments, just bad. That sucks. He's going to be out a while. And as far as like Glover, in the past, like I've been following this sport for a long time. Been following the UFC for a long time. And there's a pattern I've seen. They don't like when guys turn down fights or opportunities. They kind of want you to accept what they throw at you. And a select few could turn stuff down and not have repercussions. If you want to call it that, quote, repercussions. So I've seen dudes like stalled out. They get bad matchups. Stuff like that happens after when they turn things down, turn fights down. Short notice fights sometimes. And Ariel Helwani touched on this. He said, he was reporting from his car. He wanted to have like a breaking video on the news. And I watched most of it. It seemed like it cut off, but he stated that Glover was a consummate professional, like the professional he is. He wanted the right amount of time for the new opponent. And I don't blame Glover like one bit. At this stage in his career, like he's up there. How many more years of fighting does he have? How many more fights does he have in him? So to switch opponents and expect him just to take the fight like that, it's a little bit unfair to him, being, the vet that he is, the work that he's put into the UFC, being a former champ. They should have honestly gave him the time that he needed. I think he wanted to compete like in January or February. I may be getting that wrong. Don't quote me on that. But the point is he needed a little bit more time to train for a different opponent. And I think that's fair, but the UFC is a business and they have to keep the ball rolling. They wanted to have a big fight on that card. And from their perspective, they're looking at it from a pay-per-view sales, business perspective. So naturally, they're going to be a little bit upset. I don't necessarily totally agree with it, but it is what it is. I guess we're getting Jan Blachowicz versus Magomed Ankalaev. I would love to have seen Glover Teixeira rematch Jan Blachowicz. Who's to say that another fight with those two is going to go the same way the last matchup went with them? Both of them are dogs. Both of them are crafty, savage vets. It's an interesting style matchup. I do think it is very winnable for Jan Blachowicz. So yeah, I just hope Glover's not shafted because he's at the tail end of his career. And if he gets stalled out or gets kind of skipped or like super unfavorable matchups, like he has to like earn it again, that would kind of suck for him. Because what probably is going to happen is Jan's going to fight Ankalaev, and then the winner of that is going to fight Jiri when he comes back. I have a funny feeling that's going to be the case, to be honest with you. I think Glover's going to get passed up. We'll see. And it kind of sucks and is unfair to him. Like I said, Glover's put in a body of work. He deserves definitely a certain amount of respect. Respect in a sense of you're giving him a new opponent last minute, and it's not his fault that Jiri got injured. And I know you want to save the card and have a great, big fight and keep Glover on it, but it's unfair to him to have him fight a guy that is a completely different style matchup, who's a killer himself. Ankalaev is no joke, He may not have the same finish rate as Jiri Prochazka, but He's a very good fighter, very difficult. And you know what? Being honest, like I can't say that Blachowicz versus Ankalaev excites me. You know, Blachowicz versus Glover, another fight with those two, that excites me more. So it sucks that like that's not the one that's gonna go down, but it is what it is. Anyway, guys, let me know in the comment section what do you think about this whole situation. I would love to know more details on like Jiri's injury. You know, guarantee you it's like multiple tendon tears, maybe muscle damage. What the hell was he doing? Like Jiri does some crazy training, very, very odd out there training. He's like the light heavyweight Tony Ferguson. So he probably was doing something out there, you know, like pressing water buckets or something. Trying to do cartwheels, you know, on oil with bands attached to him, attached to like an anchor on a wall. Who the hell knows what Jiri was trying to do? But anyway, guys, thanks for watching this segment. Drop your thoughts. What do you think about this matchup with Blachowicz and Ankalaev? What do you think about Jiri getting injured? What do you think about the Glover situation? Do you think he's getting shafted? We'll love to read your thoughts. Thanks for watching this segment, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, take care.